pakinggan ang espesyal na pagtatanghal ng regional stations para sa pagdiriwang ng ika-72 taon ng katapatan ng ating Panginoon sa mga himpilan ng Far East Broadcasting Company.
Up 98.7 DYFR FM Life Changing has been in operation in Cebu City for 45 years since 1975, and throughout those years, its mission's mandate remains the same. With a desire to be more efficient in its role of pointing listeners to Christ, as well as helping them in their spiritual growth, the station was led to make changes in its programming. Since October 2018, Up 98.7 has shifted to a uniform programming sound, reaching out to a broad range of audience, mostly the unbelieving millennials and Generation Z. This is based on a survey that most decisions for Christ are done in the early 20s. Most teaching and preaching programs were streamlined to allow for a programming format that is more attractive to the unchurched. However, a number of local programs were retained, like Unshackled, as Filipinos generally love drama and can relate to such programs. In addition to contemporary Christian music, which is the core programming content of the FM station, the gospel message is incorporated in the spiels of the hosts and one-minuter features being aired. Follow-up and relationship building have been strengthened with a staff dedicated to responding to the listeners. The station logo was also given a makeover to complement the programming changes. The image of an arrow and the word up were added to signify positive growth that is possible as people put their trust in God. Thus, the station is now Up 98.7 DYFR FM Life Changing. The rationale behind the name stems from its desire to bring a message of hope to people, to challenge them to be a better version of themselves by promoting biblical values, and then ultimately choosing the word up, pointing the audience to the real life changer, Jesus Christ. Since the implementation of the changes last October 2018, the station's social media following increased significantly. Many new listeners not only started tuning into the broadcast, but also got in touch with the station to share the struggles they go through. They were prayed for, and the good news of Jesus Christ was shared. Some listeners open up about their marital and other relationship problems, identity crisis, career dilemma, depression, and suicidal thoughts. There are listeners who come to the station personally to share their lives. This led to one of the staff opening Bible study groups in the homes of a couple of listeners. Being able to engage the listeners in this personal way, the station is given the opportunity to share the gospel and encourage them to be part of a church family. Up 98.7 has received comments and feedback on how the broadcast made an impact in the lives of its listeners. These are all only by the grace of God.
I can really relate to your songs, especially those times when my wife was still battling in cancer. But now she's doing well. God is faithful and true to His promises. All praises to Him.
I have too much problem right now. I hope that God will guide me to the right way. Kagabi po, iba na po yung nasa isip ko. I wanted to kill myself para matapos na. But your station helped me so much para di gawin yon. Your songs and all the word of God helped me so much. Thanks a lot to your station.
Your broadcast is a big help to me. That is why I tune into your station every day. Instead of feeling weak and tired, I find strength when I hear the Christian music that you play. Thank you so much, FEBC. More power and God bless.
Some of the station's milestones include its transmitter upgrade to enhance its signal and sound quality. The interior part of its office building had been repainted and studios were renovated as standard maintenance of their facilities and to improve the way the programs are produced. And in August last year, Up 98.7 started broadcasting for 24 hours a day to deliver round-the-clock music and inspiration to its listeners coming from different walks of life. Along with the station's shift of its programming sound is the strengthening of its follow-up and relationship building with listeners. Regular on-the-ground events have been lined up with the desire to be more intentional in sharing God's love. Unfortunately, these plans have to be put on hold for now because of the COVID-19 pandemic. Station manager Mary Grace Nemenyo acknowledges that the broadcast ministry has not been spared by this health crisis.
Yes, we did feel the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic. For one, we see how much people need to know Jesus, particularly at this time. They need to know the hope and the love that they can experience in Him. At this time, we all know that fear, anxiety, depression levels are at an all-time high. And we are committed to continue sharing the love of Jesus on air and online to help combat that, because the battle is real, and we are here to share messages of truth and encouragement to lift people up and give them reason to still be joyful and grateful in the midst of everything. Although we had to put on hold on the ground face-to-face events with our beloved listeners for now, our listenership, we have found, actually increased because more people, I think, have the time to tune in at home while they're working or as they wait for things to get better. I think that people are looking for comfort, they're looking for strength, for answers, and those are found in Jesus Christ alone, which is the very core of our ministry, of our message. On the operations side, we recently had to make some adjustments in our transmitting power in order to cope with the financial impact of this health crisis. But we're so grateful for our partners, those who've responded to that need, our listeners who support us financially and through prayers. We have really seen the Lord's hand at work in the midst of this challenging time. And we're grateful to the Lord for His faithfulness the past 45 years. We're actually celebrating this milestone anniversary this year. And, more than ever, our security is in Him, no matter the circumstance surrounding us right now and in the years to come. We believe that He is still in control, that He is sovereign, that He is God. And by His strength, we will continue to bring inspirational biblical songs and messages for our listeners the best way we can with the resources the Lord is blessing us with.
As long as the Lord wills it, Up 98.7 is committed to remain on air to bring relevant updates and encouragement to its listeners. Please pray for these endeavors and also for the staff as they continue to do the work they are called to do, that more people will hear about the life-changing message of the gospel of Jesus Christ through the broadcast. This is Up 98.7 DYFR FM, life-changing, keeping the red light on.